The Little Mermaid and Disappearing Fish. Once upon a time, Aria, the most beautiful mermaid in the world of the oceans, and her dear prince Edward got on a cruise ship and sailed to faraway seas. The journey was so lovely that the beauty of the morning sun fascinated everyone. My prince, I could just sail with you in this beautiful ocean for the rest of my life. Edward and Aria picked tropical fruits from every island they visited. Pineapple, mango, coconut, papaya, pitaya, raspberry, banana, lemons, and more. Dozens of the most delicious fruits in the 7 seas. They were going to present these fruits to the people in their homeland when they returned to the castle. One day, when the prince and the little mermaid Aria were looking at the ocean, they noticed that in the water there were no ocean creatures.
My princess, we haven't seen any fish in the ocean for days. I wonder why.
Yes, I noticed. My friend Dolphy has not been around for a few days. Worried about the undersea world, the Little Mermaid decided she should go investigate the underwater kingdom and check in on her family and friends. Prince Leo walked her to the bow of the ship. Aria became worried. My prince, if I don't come back by sunset, there is definitely something dangerous going on underwater. Little Mermaid Aria walked to the end of the ship and leapt into the sea. As soon as she dove into the water, her human legs magically turned back into a mermaid tail. Aria swam swiftly through the water towards the deep sea kingdom, but she could not see any fish friends around. The sea felt too still. As she came near, she called out her best fish friends. Dolphy! Willie! My crab friends, where are you? But no one responded. Aria could not hear anything other than the sound of the sand and the water. The magnificent deep sea kingdom and the whole shimmering blue sea looked calm and empty. The Little Mermaid Aria swam towards a seashell in the sand. Seashells magically recorded every sound and every wave in the underwater world, just like a diary. Aria put the seashell to her ear and started to listen to the things that had happened.
It was a bright and fun day in our underwater home. Colorful fish, dolphins, jellyfish were active and cheerful. As the sunlight filtered through the water onto the sea floor, the evil witch Vega and her assistant Snake came. I heard them making plans to steal the kingdom's treasure so that Vega could establish her own kingdom, away from King Poseidon and his family. Then Vega and Snake met with the shark gang and they disappeared. I started moving forward in the sand to convey what I heard to the king, but I was stunned at what I saw. A huge fishing net slowly descending into the water. I was afraid, so I hid myself right away.
Aria could not believe the things she heard. She left the seashell where it was and immediately went to look for the fishing net. After swimming a little, she came across a huge fishing net full of sea animals, and her best friend, Dolphy, was in it. Oh, Dolphy, I finally found you. Aria, hurry up! Save us now! There are 2 other big fishing nets like this one. While the mermaid was thinking of a plan to save them, Prince Edward was on his ship, waiting for her to reply. She had been gone a long time, so Prince Edward was worried. He pulled out the magic sea dust and swallowed it, and then jumped into the water. As soon as he was in the water, the prince's human legs turned into a tail. Then he started to swim with all his might to look for Arya. Meanwhile, the little mermaid was struggling to bring all 3 large fishing nets together. And she noticed that Vega and Snake were in one of these fishing nets.
Vega? Snake? How did you get caught in these nets? I don't believe it.
What are you doing underwater? I thought you left to be a human.
It doesn't matter. I won't leave my fish friends. I came to save you.
To save us? You?
She said she'd save us.
She said so. Did not you hear it, Snake?
All your arms are stuck in the nets, Vega. You'll never get out of there without help.
That's what you think. The evil sea witch was proud and tried to get free without any help. But she was not successful. Snake, help me! Pull my 4th arm quickly!
Your Majesties.
Use both of your heads, you idiot!
We can't make it, Your Majesty.
Vega, stop! You're making it even worse.
While the mermaid tried to warn Vega, the fishermen threw another net from above. And unfortunately, the mermaid also became stuck in this net.
I got caught. No! Ow! I should have been watching for more nets.
Don't move, Arya. You're going to be stuck more. I will get out of here before you and destroy the entire kingdom. While Mermaid Arya was struggling in the net, Prince Edward arrived.
Edward! Edward! We're here!
The prince, with all his strength and his handy dagger, saved Arya from her net right away.
We've got to stop the pirate fishermen, Princess. Let's hurry, or they'll throw more nets.
Wait here. We will save you.
The mermaid followed the net's rope and swam up so quickly that Prince Edward had a hard time catching up to her. They knew they needed to stop the pirate fishermen quickly before they could drop more nets. Arya came to the surface of the water and shouted at the fishermen.
Hey! Pirate fishermen! You cannot throw nets in the oceans. There are thousands of sea creatures living below. You mustn't harm them.
The pirate fishermen ignored Arya and tried to throw another net into the ocean. Arya, on the other hand, put her hands together and leapt into the air.
It's a mermaid!
The pirates who saw this were scared and amazed when they saw the mermaid.
Hey, look! She's floating! She's like flying!
Arya's magical power over the ocean created huge waves and strong winds and sent the ship of the pirate fishermen far away from their nets and the underwater kingdom.
Look at the waves!
Prince Edward worked fast to cut off the nets, and the underwater creatures were freed. Of course, there were a few wicked creatures that fled right away and didn't even give the prince and Arya a thank you. Even though she had been saved, Vega was furious that the mermaid Arya had been the one to save her.
Your Majesties. The little mermaid really saved us, right?
We may have been saved thanks to her, Snake, but this will never change my mission. I will destroy that kingdom, and all treasure will be mine! The fish friends of the Little Mermaid thanked her and the prince for being saved.
We will always be the protectors of the underwater world. Don't worry.
and the sea creatures promised to protect Arya and Edward's ship forever. And once again, the ocean's creatures swam freely in the deep blue water, thanks to the good hearts and courage of Arya and the prince. Peace ruled in the underwater kingdom and spread around the earth. And they lived happily ever after. Under the deep blue seas, the dangerous shark gang was hunting again that day. The gang was so intimidating that whenever they opened their mouths, shoals of fish would scatter. But a yellow fish, hiding inside a huge sea minaret, was not as lucky.
Look here, we've found a great meal. Let's eat it.
The shark gang was just about to eat the yellow fish, but then they saw a bigger fish swimming overhead.
Hey, look, that fish is bigger. Let's eat that one.
Yeah.
However, the dangerous gang realized too late that the big fish they wanted to eat was actually a toy fish on the end of a fisherman's hook.
Oh, my tooth. My tooth hurt a lot.
Ew, oh, my nose. My nose hurts a lot.
While they were busy with the toy fish, the yellow fish escaped and was saved from being eaten by them.
Because of you, we've lost our lunch.
The beautiful sea wasn't just a bunch of sharks. It was vast and full of colorful, cute, and happy fish families.
Come on, time to go inside. But, Mommy...
Guys, I have to go get something to eat, and you should stay inside the house while I'm gone.
Mom, let's go with you, please, please.
No, dear. That would be too dangerous. It's full of sharks out there. Come on, all of you come inside. And definitely don't talk to strangers.
3 red fish entered their house, which was a sunken ship. The shark gang that saw them wanted to catch the mother fish right there.
Oh, super delicious motherfish. And this time, it's not a toy.
The big shark suddenly stopped his friends, who wanted to attack.
Stop. Rather than just eating one fish, why don't we eat all 3 fish hidden inside that sunken ship, huh? You're so clever, boss.
Let's eat all 3.
Not so fast. We will not attack these fish right away, because while they're trying to get into their tiny house with these huge bodies, they can easily escape. We have to make a plan.
What kind of plan, boss?
You go wait in a quiet place. Leave the plan to me.
So the shark wandered among the red corals to disguise himself. He painted himself red, just like he was a member of the red fish family. Then he found an orange patterned moss to hide his dangerous fin. He threw the moss on his back and covered his pointed fin. Finally, the shark brought the red fish's favorite moss cookies.
No fish can resist these cookies.
The shark swam towards the house of the red fish and knocked on the door with his nose.
Who is it?
Hello, the red fish selling moss cookies. Wouldn't you like to have some? Moss cookies!
The red fish were young and very excited about cookies, so they wanted to go right out and get some.
Stop, brothers. Our mother told us not to talk to strangers.
One of the red fish brothers looked out through the tiny hole in the door.
But she is not a stranger because she's a red fish, just like us.
So the fish siblings went out.
Let me take you home. There are even more cookies at my home.
The red fish followed the shark, while the shark was slyly contemplating how to eat them. A fishing rod fell on top of him, scraping the moss that was hiding his fin. At that moment, the red fish realized that he was a shark.
He is a shark!
Run!
One of them hid behind the rocks, the other among the corals, and the other hid under the stone. But the shark found each of them and caught all three.
We will have a nice feast with my friends.
Only one of them managed to escape from the shark and swam quickly towards her house. Just then, the mother redfish was very scared when she could not see her babies inside the house.
No! No! Where are you, my babies?
The mother fish was about to go away to look for her children, but then she saw her babies swimming hastily towards her.
Mommy, the shark kidnapped my brothers. I know where they are. We can save them.
The mother fish wisely decided to seek help from the giant whale Willie. And then the three of them swam together to where the shark gang was. The shark gang were just about to have their fishy meal when they were surprised to find that they only had 2 fish.
But there are only 2 red fish here, boss.
Huh? What? How?
I think you must have missed one of them, boss.
Yes, it was me who ran away.
What?
That's when the shark gang saw the big whale Willie, and they were so scared. In this way, while 2 little redfish were saved, Willie immediately opened his mouth wide and caught all 3 sharks.
Will you try to hunt juvenile fish again?
No. We promise no.
Then the red fish can return home safely?
Yes. They can, yes. Yeah, get us out of here.
So the redfish family returned home safely. And from then on, the 3 little red fish understood how important it was to obey their mother and stay safe in their beautiful sea home.